Alrighty, we are live here from the 9U Raiders versus 49ers here at Sabaneta High School. As the 49ers line up under center, halfback in motion as he hands the ball off going onto the right side. Two fullbacks in front of him, makes one cut back, makes another good move as he dodges a defender and gets brought down about the 36-yard line of the Raiders for a first down. We missed the kickoff. We had some issues with our stuff, but we're good now. This is 9U. If you missed the 8U game, the Raiders went down 18-0 in the first quarter and somehow climbed all the way back to win 25-24. That game was also streamed live. You can find it on YouTube if you want to go back and watch that one. But amazing game, crazy fourth quarter. 49ers even scored with like 30 seconds left and didn't get the point after, so they lost by 1, but pretty exciting. There was a flag on the field, so this looks like it's coming back. More than likely a hold. So after the penalty, they'll bring him back to 2nd and 10. Quarterback under center, hands the ball off to number 9 as he makes his way up the middle and attack. It looked like a little, maybe a face mask there, but I guess not. As he was brought down after a 3-yard gain. So 3rd and like 6 for the 49ers. As the quarterback under center, they run the wishbone offense as he hands the ball to the halfback, and he's hit immediately in the backfield but dodges the tackle. Shows his elusiveness as he's not easy to bring down. Turns what was like a 3-yard loss into a 1-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th and 5. As the Raiders looking for a stop here. I was talking to Coach Pina yesterday. You can see our interview that we did on our YouTube channel. And apparently these two teams met in the championship last year, and they played also in the regular season. 49ers won both of those games, beat them in the regular season and beat them in the championship. So this game meaning a little bit extra for the Raiders as they want a little revenge here. It's 4th and 5, quarterback lined up under center with wishbone offense, 3 halfbacks in the back as he takes a design quarterback sweep around the left-hand side. He's trying to make it to the outside. Raiders do a good job of containing a huge block for the 49ers as the quarterback makes a cutback and runs through the middle of the field, and he'll break this for a 40-yard touchdown on a 4th and 5 as he would design quarterback sweep around the outside. Raiders did a good job of containing him to get him to go back in the middle, but he just reversed his field and made his way all the way for a score. That's a couple times we've seen that where it's like 4th and they're going for it, whether it's the Raiders or the 49ers or the Seminoles last week. And on these 4th downs, they're turning 4th down plays into long touchdowns. It's wild. You think as a defense you're one play away from stopping them and getting the ball, and they break it out for a touchdown. As the 49ers go up 6-0, they're going for the conversion here. Again, this will be worth 1 point if they can convert. Almost the same play, quarterback sweep to the left. Raiders hit him in the backfield, and he is brought down, so they won't get the conversion. This will be 6-0 49ers here in the first. But as I said, this was kind of a big one for both sides as they're 2 of the top teams in the NU division here early on in the season. And Raiders last week, 9U team, lost 6-0 as they came down in the 4th and were marching and were not about to score. They're about 40 yards away, but they had some good gains late in the 4th. They just ran out of time and lost 6-0. So Coach Pina was, upset at that whole thing as they ran out of time. And so he's looking to come out firing, but 49ers score first as they set to kick off here. As we're in the first quarter, 6-0 49ers. So my cameraman is misbehaving. So we'll have 10U after this, and then 11U, all the way through 14U. 49ers, Raiders, all day. Raiders in the white jerseys, black pants, silver helmets. 49ers in the all red with the gold helmets. As they line up to kick, looks like maybe a onside kick here coming. Number 33 kicking for the 49ers as he hits it, and it bounces off the face mask of the Raiders, and the 49ers get it. That's what I'm talking about in the 8U game. Anything can happen in these kickoffs, because like 90% of them are onside kicks, and that's a hard ball for a adult to recover as these two fight over it in the middle of the field, and the 49ers get it. A huge play as they just drove down the field and scored and converted on a 4th and 5. The Raiders get that close to forcing the 49ers to turn the ball over on downs, and they bust it out for a 40-yard scamper for a touchdown. And then they come out in the kickoff and do an onside kick, bounce right off the Raiders' face mask. And the 49ers do a good job of getting the ball back and now threaten to go up by 2 scores here in the first. Tough break there for Coach Pena as I look at him on the sidelines, nearly having a heart attack, but he'll be all right. He's in great shape. 49ers now with the ball here, quarterback under center, wishbone offense, 1 fullback, 2 halfbacks, hands it to the fullback number 33, same kid that just kicked the onside kick, and he fights his way up for maybe a 3-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the 49ers. Same formation, wishbone. Hands it to the fullback again, this time to the other side, and he busts it right up the middle. Dodges, breaks 1 tackle, another tackle, as he's a strong runner, and busts it out for close to a 20-yard gain as the 49ers are threatening here again. We'll go over the roster here for the 9U Raiders here in a minute on the next timeout. So Raiders looking to try to contain this 49ers offense. Quarterback number 12 for the 49ers. Running back number 1, 9, and 5 in the backfield. Under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, takes it outside for a quarterback sweep, and is stopped in the backfield that time for maybe a 4-yard loss. That time tackled by number 5 and number 55 for the Raiders as I pull up their roster. Number 5 being Elias Ruiz, and number 55 being, as it's not in numerical order, Marcelo Gonzalez there. Oh, they already running another play, and I'm reading my phone. So a running play to the left side that time for maybe a yard. I'll bring up 3rd and 10. And I didn't see who had the tackle at that time. I think it was number 18 maybe. Number 18. Liam Cortez, I believe, on the stop that time. So 3rd and 10. Raiders need to stop here. If they don't want to go down 2 scores in the first, they need to stop them here. And then again on 4th, as 49ers are more than likely, regardless of the outcome on this play, will probably go for it on 4th. Quarterback under center, takes the snap, hands it to the fullback number 33, makes his way through the middle, gets hit pretty good, but refuses to go down and turns what should have been a 1-yard gain into about a 5-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th and about, I call it a 4-yard gain, so 4th and 7. So big 4th down here. We saw what they did last time on 4th down as they busted it out for a 40-yard touchdown run. So Raiders looking to make adjustments to prevent that from happening this time around. So Raiders look like they run like a 5-2 defense, possibly. 5 dudes up front, 2 linebackers, 3 defensive backs. Or maybe a 4-3-4. I believe we'll see what they call it. I believe 49ers took a timeout, as this 4th and 7 is going to be big for both sides of the ball. 49ers looking to go up by 2 scores here in the first, and if they can do that, it's tough for any team to come out of a 2-score deficit before the half. So Raiders looking for a stop, 49ers looking for a big conversion. Go to the car.
I'm tired. I'm just like a little bored.
49ers come back on the field and line up to try to convert on this 4th and 7 as they're on the Raiders' 27-yard line. Receiver in motion, quarterback under center, single halfback, hands the ball up the middle to the running back, makes a cutback, dodges one tackler and another one, and he's finally brought down as the Raiders stop him on 4th down. A decent run, as he should have been stopped in the backfield, but good defense by the Raiders to turn the ball, make the 49ers turn the ball over on downs, and they will take over at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10 Raiders. That's a huge stop. So 6-0 49ers here as the Raiders take over here late in the first quarter. Raiders looking to get this offense going. Quarterback under center, I formation, looks like a neutral zone infraction perhaps on the 49ers. Yes, it is. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of 1st and 10, you're looking at 1st and 5. So we'll line it up again. I formation, 2 receivers, quarterback under center. That's number 0. He'll hand the ball off up the middle, but he's met right at the line of scrimmage for a no gain. It'll be 2nd and, I guess they gave him a yard on that last one, so 2nd and 4 coming up here. Quarterback under center, I formation, looks like 1 receiver on each side. Number 0 is at quarterback for the Raiders. That's Carmelo Perez. As he takes the snap, hands the ball to the halfback right up the middle, takes a cutback, and then gets hit immediately, but a decent run, 3 or 4 yards. That's by number 21, the ball carrier, that time Raymond Pina. As we had an interview with Raymond yesterday, too, on YouTube, so you can check that out. Him and Carmelo were both part of our interviews for the 9U yesterday. And him only being 9, this is his 3rd year playing tackle football. So even though some of these guys they're so young, they've been playing tackle football for a little while now, which does make a difference. This time I formation again, 1 receiver on each side, Carmelo under center, I formation. As he hands the ball, this time the fullback right up the middle, and he gets the 1st down for a nice 3 or 4 yard gain. That looks like Raymond Pina again. So instead of him being lined up as halfback that time, he was in at fullback as he gets the 1st down. So 1st and 10 Raiders, this time from their own 36-yard line, 37-yard line. 49ers ahead, 6-0. As we more than likely are coming up to the end of the first quarter. There can't be more than about a minute left. This time Pina lines up as the halfback. And Carmelo under center. Snap, and it's a fake handoff, designed bootleg run for Carmelo as he gets met in the backfield immediately. So good containment and defense by the defensive end for the 49ers. I'm trying to see what number that was. Carmelo did dodge that tackle, but then was met by a couple other 49ers in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. So the Raiders ran same I formation the last 3 or 4 plays. Handoffs right up the middle. That time tried to fake the handoff for a bootleg around the right side, but was met immediately. So good defense by the 49ers there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Ooh, and everybody's moving. Let's see who they call it on. Anytime that happens, it's either neutral zone infraction or false start, and they call it on the 49ers. So that'll, instead of 2nd and 13, it'll be a 2nd and 8. As you see a lot of the Raiders teams working on those hard counts, going on 2 or 3 a lot of times, see if they can get the defense to jump off sides. There it is again. So another neutral zone infraction on the 49ers as they'll go up 5 more yards. So instead of 2nd and 8, you're looking at 2nd and 3, but let's see where they spot. It's like 3.5. So now 2nd and about 3.5 here. Carmelo under center. Pena lined up as the fullback. As quarterback takes the snap, hands it off to the halfback, number 16. He's met immediately in the backfield. A good tackle there by number 5 for the 49ers. That ball carrier that time was number 16 for the Raiders, I think. I think that's a 16 or a 15. His jersey's kind of like bunched up in the back. I think it's number 15. That's Cruz Tellez on the carry that time. Clean handoff, but linebacker made it in the backfield and stopped him. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 3, kind of a big 3rd down here for the Raiders as they don't want to give the ball back to the 49ers. Hand off to Pena as a fullback right up the middle, gets hit immediately, fights his way through, makes it all the way into the secondary for an easy first down. Well, not an easy first down, but easily a first down. But he was hit a couple different times and showed some of that determination and fighting ability as he ran the ball. As this looks like this might be the end of the first quarter, as the Raiders are marching right now. Great run there by Raymond Pena. Good job by the offensive line up front to get a hole. Let's go over the roster real quick. And again, I think it's alphabetical, so we're just going to do it that way so I'm not bouncing all over the place. Number 30, Christopher Bejarano Jr. I nailed that. Number 1, Leonardo Caballero. Number 2, Moises Castillo. Number 36, Nair Collins. Number 18, Liam Cortez. Number 27, Damian Gomez. Number 55, Marcelo Gonzalez. Number 33, Josiah Gray. Number 50, Jesus Hernandez. Number 71, Kanoa Girlong. No way I said that right. Number 7, Perseus Laguna. Number 24, Demarion Leon Willis. Number 13, Angel Lionel. Number 10, Isaiah Lenesis. Number 12, Ryder Mesa. Number 3, Alfonso Miranda. Number 9, Ulitzia Morales. Number 6, Isaiah Moreno. Number 89, Nia Pennington. Number 0, Carmelo Perez. Number 11, Max Perez. Number 21, Raymond Pena. Number 4, Martin Casada. Number 20, Gage Rivera. Number 5, Elias Ruiz. Number 15, Cruz Tellez. Number 23, Liam Villa. And number 17, Anthony Yanez III. So the teams will switch sides here as we start the second quarter. 49ers up 6-0, but the Raiders moving the ball right now on offense. Carmelo hands the ball off to Pena right up the middle, and he maybe gets 2 yards. So bring up 2nd and 8. again, I formation for the Raiders. Carmelo hands the ball off that time to number 15, Cruz Tellez, who maybe gets 2 or 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 5. So 3rd and about 4.5 here for the Raiders as Carmelo again lines up under center. I formation. Pena in at halfback, Tellez in at fullback. Carmelo takes the snap, hands the ball to Pena up the middle. He gets hit immediately in the backfield for maybe a yard. So that'll bring up 4th and about 4. As again, we have one of these 4th down, even though it's early on in the game, if you're the Raiders, you don't want to give the ball back to the 49ers and have them score in the second and go into halftime down 2 scores. You want to try to convert this 4th down here and tie up the game if you can. So we'll see what they do here. This time a little bit different of a formation as Carmelo's in shotgun, and he's got trips receivers to the left and 1 to the right. As Carmelo takes the snap, as it's a design quarterback draw, and he may have got the 1st down. It's going to be close. The line did its job, got a big hole for Carmelo as he busted through the hole, but then was met by the linebackers right about at the 1st down marker, but they might be a ½ yard short. And yeah, they were about a ½ yard short as the 49ers with a big stop there, and they'll take over on downs. Tough for the Raiders to execute a play and come up a ½ yard short, but a good stop by the 49ers. 49ers up 6-0 here in the second as they just took over on downs, and they look to add on to their 6-0 lead going into the half here as we're probably midway through the second quarter. So 49ers approaching the line of scrimmage here. Again in that wishbone offense, meaning 1 fullback, 2 halfbacks, quarterback under center, and 2 tight ends. As the quarterback hands the ball to the fullback up the middle as he makes a couple different tacklers miss, but it eventually is brought down after maybe a 4-yard gain. So good chunk of yards there for the 49ers. Good stop by the Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 5. As the handoff goes to number 5 around the corner. He's brought down in the backfield that time by Raymond Pena. As a big tackle there for Pena in the backfield as he plays linebacker. He made his way into the backfield, and it's a tackle for a loss there, which brings up a 3rd and 7 or 8, about 3rd and 8 here for the 49ers. So this time handoff to the halfback as he makes his way around the corner. He's got a hole. He gets tripped up, and a nice tackle again, this time by Raymond Pena.
So then, like, see how they're closer to you now? What I would do is go more this way on the left, so that if you do have to move, at least you're already, like, you can catch them here versus catching
So a
them
couple
like
solid tackles by Raymond Pena that time.
You haven't done it wrong, yeah. I'm just giving you pointers for when I hire you. Your mom can just
So if
drop
you, there is a 49er down. Looks like one of the linemen perhaps,
it off, making
as the 49ers still lead 6-0. But now have a big 4th down and about 4.
It's okay if you have a weird body. It's all right. There's a few out there.
As the 49er O lineman is up and walking with a little bit of a limp. That looks like number 68, I believe. Maybe 58. But he looks all right. He's got a little hitch in his get along, we call it. Or a limp, whatever. But he's good, drinking some water. So Raiders need a stop here. As if you can take over on downs here on the 49ers side of the ball going into the half as we approach halftime here. So this is a big stop. Lined up on the defensive side on the D line, you have Nair Collins, and then you also have number 30, Christopher Bejarano. Quarterback under center, single back formation, 3 wideouts, receiver in motion. Quarterback takes the snap, quick throw out to number 5 as he gets a huge block from number 77 and marches down the sideline and gets a first down for the 49ers. There is a Raider down, that's number 2. As number 2 is Moises Castillo, as he seems to be holding his right leg. But Raymond Pena was going to make the tackle in the backfield and got a great block from number, I think it was 77 for the 49ers. But Raymond Pena, being Raymond Pena, just popped right back up like nothing happened. He's a tough kid. Number 2 being carried off the field by one of the coaches.
He might not be able to play again. He might have to take like till half or something.
And you can angle it down. Or whatever.
Trying to get over the window.
No, he was just asking me how to like adjust it or whatever.
Well, I was gonna show that.
No, it's pretty clear through the window. It's not that
Yeah, this one is. It's just this one because this one has like a sunshade.
Yeah, for real.
It's like a tint.
So first and 10 49ers as we approach halftime here. We don't know how much time is left. We don't have access to the scoreboard for time and score, but it is 6-0 49ers. So handoff to number 5 up the middle. Good hole by the line, and he's finally brought down in the secondary, but he fumbles the ball. And the Raiders get the ball back at their own 32-yard line as they force the fumble, and a huge momentum swing there. As the 49ers had a good hole to run through, broke a couple tackles, but then was hit and fumbled the ball. And that was recovered by the Raiders. So big play there. As we'll do our best to try to see how number 2 is doing for the Raiders as he was carried off the field. Again, that was Moises Castillo. So Raiders come out now, 1st and 10 on their own 32. Call it 33. As they look to try to do anything they can before halftime here to try to tie this thing up. So Carmelo under center. Still running that I formation, 2 wideouts. Closest to us is number 7 for the Raiders. Line up at receiver. As there's a drop snap and Carmelo, the quarterback for the Raiders, just falls on it. So maybe a loss of 1 there. We're looking at 2nd and 11. As number 7 for the Raiders comes out of the game, that's Persis Laguna Betancourt, as he's subbed out for number 5 for the Raiders, Elias Ruiz. And that might be halftime. Oh no, timeout Raiders as they stop the clock here. So again, we have 10U after this, followed by 11U, then 12U, then 14U. So we'll be out here all day as we approach halftime here for the 9U, down 6-0 to the 49ers. And if you missed last week, that was the final score of the game last week against the Seminoles, as the Raiders late in the 4th were threatening to tie the game and were marching down the field and just ran out of time. They used their clock management great. They used their timeouts at the appropriate time, and they were marching, man, but they just ran out of time. So it came down to the wire last week, down 6-0 here late in the second quarter this week against the 49ers. But showing a lot on offense is Raymond Pena, and some of these guys are showing some good runs. Offensive line so far today doing a good job of making a big holes for these running backs to run through as the Raiders come back out on offense after the timeout. I formation, quarterback under center. Takes the snap, hands off the ball to Raymond Pena right at the middle. He breaks it through to the linebackers, and he's into the secondary. He's at the 50, 45, 40, all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge run there by Raymond Pena as he took a fullback run right up the middle and busted it out for a huge gain. That was a big play for the Raiders there. And again, we don't know how much time is left, but you worry that time is just ticking here as we try to score before halftime. What a run by Raymond Pena. Raiders come back out again, quarterback under center. I formation. 2 wideouts. As Carmelo takes the snap, hands the ball right up the middle, that time to number 15, but he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage by that 49er defense, sorry. And that was Cruz Tellez that time on the carry for about a 1-yard loss. So Raiders come back out on the field. The 49ers in that 4-4 defense, looks like. Hand off this time to Raymond Pena, this time up the middle, makes a defender miss, makes his way back into about the 32-yard line as he's gang tackled by 5 or 6 different 49ers, but not after a good 5-yard gain. As Pena shows good elusiveness, along with he's not afraid to hit somebody either. So good run there. Let's see if the Raiders can do something here before the end of the second quarter. Oh, I guess there was a flag on the field, but I don't know what the penalty was. So now, instead of a 2nd and 5, you're looking at, it's probably a hold, 10-yard penalty, so they're looking at a 2nd and 15. Carmelo under center, Pena in the backfield, as there looks like to be either a false start, depends. It was a fullback on our side, Cruz Tellez that jumped, but also 2 or 3 guys on the 49ers jumped. So it really just depends on who jumped first, which can be a tough call as an official without looking at it, I guess. So this could be big. This could move the Raiders back up 5 yards. Let's see what they call here. Yeah, it's going to be encroachment on the 49ers. So the Raiders will move back up 5 yards. So you're looking at like a 2nd and 11 as we get closer and closer to halftime. I'm good. So Raiders come back out, 2nd and, 12. Carmelo under center. Takes the snap, hands off to Tellez up the middle this time, maybe gets 4 yards. Good run by Cruz Tellez that time.
We try all the time. We got lucky. We bought him a multivitamin.
And it looks like a
And it's like the texture is like,
illegal procedure by the Raiders that time, which will push them back 5 yards. So instead of a 3rd and 7 coming up, they go back to the original line of scrimmage and go 5 yards back from that. So you have a 2nd and about 17 here.
any other brand feels like
So 2nd and 17, clock ticking as the Raiders try to do something there. They come out a little bit different of a formation. They have trips right, one receiver to the left, Carmelo in the shotgun.
Apples, loves apples.
49ers look like they're bringing a blitz here as Carmelo takes the design quarterback draw up the middle, reverses his field a little bit there and turns that run into a nice 7-yard gain, which will bring up about 3rd and 10. So the Raiders spreading out the offense a little bit to force the 49ers to spread out their defense and then run a design quarterback draw up the middle for a nice gain. So I guess it's 3rd and 11. Third and 11, Carmelo in shotgun again with 3 receivers lined up to the right. So timeout here.
It's so stressful. He's freaking out. You think he's got a tantrum? He's not. He's not.
So 6-0 here, 49ers late in the second quarter. Raiders marching a little bit, been held back by a couple penalties. We were on our own about 30-yard line, and Raymond Pena busted it out for about a 35-yard run all the way down to the sideline before he was pushed out, which now puts us about 38 yards away, 37 yards away from scoring here. But time is a factor as we approach halftime. So same formation. You got 3 receivers to the right, almost lined up in the slot position. You have Carmelo in shotgun. Raiders in the, as Carmelo comes, hands the ball off to Cruz Tellez on the end around as he tries to make his way outside. 49ers do a good job of containing and forcing him back inside. He did get about 4 or 5 yards and a good hit that time by the 49ers defender, and you can see Cruz Tellez is down. He was hit pretty good there. Let me adjust the camera. Might have just got the air knocked out of him as we take an injury timeout here as the 49ers are up right now, but both sides of the ball showing good defense, but also sparks of offense as the 49ers have had a couple of big plays and Raiders showing what they can do with their running game. And we have about a 4th and 8 coming up here.
He had Lincoln Park. He had
as another big 4th down conversion is going to be pretty big here as we're coming up to halftime. If you can go into the half up tied 6-6 or even up 7-6 if they can get the conversion, it's a lot different than, going into the half down 6-0 as the Raiders do get the ball to start off the second half as the 49ers started with it. As Cruz Tellez is up and walking around, he's good. I think he just got popped there. So Raiders pushing and doing everything they can to try to get something in the end zone before halftime here. We'll see what happens as the 49ers make their way back out to defense. And Raiders come out of their huddle. And here we go, 4th and 8 in a big 4th down here.
Even if you got knocked out, you wake up, you scream, you're not like calling the flyer that says my child.
Carmelo lined up in shotgun with Raymond Pena in the backfield with him, lined up at running back. Twins left and tight end on the left. Carmelo fakes the throw and then throws back the other way, and it's dropped. He had a man as he made it past the secondary. Carmelo took the snap, faked the throw to the left, and then threw back to the right side. And in the center of the field, they had number 5 for the Raiders wide open. And it was just dropped. No big deal. He'll make it up, I'm sure, later in the game. That was Elias Ruiz. I'm sorry. And that was 4th. So 49ers take over on downs. But 49ers, I don't think, have thrown the ball yet, as they come out this time in a spread offense with 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback still under center with a halfback in the backfield. Receiver in motion, that's number 5. Quarterback takes the snap, hands the ball off to number 1. It's a halfback pass as he throws it deep, and it is picked off by number 1 for the Raiders. Ball intercepted. Again, we don't know how much time is left, but that could be huge for the Raiders, as they did a good job of not being fooled by the handoff by the 49ers, as it was a halfback pass. And ball slightly underthrown, but number 1 for the Raiders just picked that ball off and was hit immediately. That ball was thrown in traffic, and somehow he still came down with it. That was Leonardo Caballero with the interception there. So Coach Pena has to be happy about that. So Carmelo in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws immediately out to Raymond Pena that looked like he bobbled it. Still made the catch, but then he's tackled about 2 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage, which will bring up a 2nd and about 12. So Raiders looking for a big play here, as we are running out of time here in the first half. Looks like the Raiders are lined up in shotgun again. 1 receiver to the left, trips to the right, but they're pulled in closer to the tight end. Carmelo takes the snap as it is a pass play, and he decides to run it, and he's tackled in the backfield by number 33 for a quarterback sack as he salutes his sideline. As Carmelo, the quarterback, is down. Maybe another case of kind of getting the air knocked out of you. And I remember that feeling as a kid getting hit, and it's like you can't breathe. But he's up. And that, I believe, is halftime. As we've been back and forth here in the first half of this game, as the 49ers lead 6-0. And we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes.